Okay, so hi everyone. What can a student of my age do to make a difference in the world? And how can I help others? This is a question I asked myself when I was younger. What can I do? The answer was complicated, or at least it was complex for me. Since I was young, I always received what I wanted. But as time passed, I grew up. I grew to the point of understanding the real meaning of life. During the many travels I've done with my family, I had the opportunity of discovering different cultures and people. It was in fact during these travels that I became aware of the many problems that thousands, or better say millions of people have to go through. They have to suffer hunger, poverty, illnesses, and many other problems that I hardly knew about. I was shocked. I was stunned and confused, and I felt guilty for doing nothing. It was from this point that, in my mind, the question of what can I do started to make me angry, make me feel as a spoiled little kid. So I decided to do something. But how? How, I asked myself, how can I do something? I was completely without hope. Just when I was lost within my thoughts and ideas, I discovered about an important project that was going on in my school. This was the Burkina Faso project. I immediately wanted to participate in it, but unfortunately, I was too young. Every year, though, a middle school history teacher came to talk to us about this project and about how less fortunate these kids and the people of this country are. In fact, these people have to face a great problem, the one of the lack of water. They don't have water to drink, no water to clean themselves, no water for agriculture. Absolutely no water. Burkina Faso is in fact also ranked as one of the 10 poorest countries in the world. Every year, my interest in participating in this project increased. It wasn't only me that wanted to participate in it, but it was my entire class. It was the entire school community. As time passed, I arrived in middle school, and last year I had the opportunity of fully participate in this great experience. I couldn't believe it. It was a dream come true, or at least it was for me. Now, in fact, I could make a difference within my community, and at the same time, help many and many people in Burkina Faso. Our goal was to build a well number 13. 13, I asked myself and repeated, 13, 13. 13 is an unlucky number. I really believe in these things, but for this time, I had to think wider to complete our goal. We in fact had to raise at least $10,000. So I immediately started to ask people to donate money for this country, but they just looked at me as if I was crazy. What is Burkina Faso? Who is Burkina Faso? They replied. And I just stood there, still, trying to not cry for despair. How can I or anyone else raise money for a country that nobody knows of? It's impossible, I thought. But then I realized that nothing is impossible in life. After a few months, we finally raised the amount of money that we needed to build our well, and also to help many and many people in Burkina. Everything was going on as planned. I couldn't believe it. It was finally a dream coming true. But sadly, I couldn't go. In fact, even if everything was planned, for health reasons, I couldn't participate in this great experience. I wasn't sad. I was simply furious with myself. I actually wanted to see with my eyes all the help that I, the group, and the entire school community has done for those people. But I couldn't. Everything went the worst way possible, or at least for me. Maybe it was the number 13 that has been mean to me. I don't know. The only thing that I knew about was that I couldn't go. Seeing my friends actually going to Burkina made me feel sad, but also happy. During the week that they were away, I always thought at them. And I also tried to understand the great lesson that they were having from life. I passed most of my days in bed since I was on vacation, trying to forget what was happening to me. But I simply couldn't. Every time I tried to forget about Burkina Faso, more and more memories came to mind. I then started thinking that maybe all the help that I've done was being useless. I don't know. When they finally came back from Burkina Faso and they told me all of their wonderful stories and memories, I finally understood an important part of life. Every help is useful. Each of us need to help and support others. When it came to the point of deciding between continue or not continue with this project, hundreds of thoughts came to mind. In fact, I knew that what I've done has been helpful, but at the same time, I was angry for myself for not going, even though it wasn't actually my fault. After a few days of internal conflict, I finally came up with a point. The decision was tough, but then I remembered when I was smaller, and I kept repeating to myself, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Yes, what can I do if I don't participate in this project? Nothing. So if someone now asks me, what can I do? I will simply reply, what can't I do? Thank you.